Welcome back to sportsbookreview.com. My name's Natalie Van Rijdstrom, and I'm joined by these seasoned tipsters here at Sportsbook Review, introducing Alex from Need for Tips, Martin Green, sports writer, and Stuart from tipsterhq.com. We've been doing videos for a long time now, and the season's getting going, starting to make some profits. Stuart, you are leading the way at the moment. Those crazy bets, those big odds are hitting. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. As you said, it's at the moment. I mean, everybody here has shown that they can be profitable. We've seen some really good results from people over the last few years, and I'm expecting to see more of the same this year. I'm doing well right now, but with my style of betting, that's going to change at some point. It'll go a little bit pear-shaped, and then it will come around again. But you just don't get carried away when you win. You don't get too upset when you lose.
Yeah, a marathon, not a sprint. But listen, Stuart, I need some winners this week, so I need to turn myself around. Alex and Martin, a cracking Champions League run we had this week, 12.3 units of profit. We've also got Europa League plays as well. Do check that video because they start now, actually. So do check that out. Martin, how are you feeling this week? You got 9 plays for us. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, thanks, Natalie. Yeah, I had a successful Champions League midweek, which was quite handy. Topped up the profit a bit, which is good. Yeah, I'm not liking too much in France and Germany at the moment. I think it's quite difficult to find value there, but a few of the big teams in Spain and Italy offer value. Yeah, got a few interesting handicaps and stuff to read out. So yeah, it should be a good show.
Great stuff. And Alex, we're right after this show, we're going to do a video exclusive for Twitter and ACCA for the weekend's games there. Are you all ready for that?
Every time I'm ready for that. I'm also one of the free team parlay, the Europa League free team parlay stays in one match. Milan has to cover the -1 Asian handicap at 4.8. That free team parlay. So check that out also. Yeah, it was an amazing Champions League week. I think that I'm around 6 units of profit for the last 2 days in Champions League. Also doing great on Twitter. So if you guys want to check my free plays, I'm posting them on Twitter every day. And can't wait for this show to happen. And also the next one that we are doing it exclusively for Twitter. I am a little bit hangover from yesterday because I drank a lot after finishing my antibiotics. And I drink some Gentleman's Jack, some gin and tonic, some other kind of stuff, and finished with 2 beers. And I have 2 heads today, not only one.
Right. Well, okay, actually talk about drinking. Where is our drinks? I do have a drink, and I have to say this is a tea brewed for me especially by Jimmy the Bag. So thanks for the cup of tea. Yes, he came and offered me an orange, it's like an orange fruit cup of tea. I thought
be careful what it has inside.
Well, I know
what it has inside, because you cannot never trust Jimmy the Bag what
fruity,
he's putting inside.
But yeah, cheers Jimmy the Bag for my cup of tea in this special mug. Now listen, we've got 48 bets in total. We're going hard and heavy this weekend, so let us commence.
Wow, it's so busy.
Now, obviously, I've got, as you know, I mainly cover Premier League, and you'll have heard me yesterday and also tomorrow. I've got The Mill back on, again, a video exclusive for Twitter, so we'll be talking about those. So I'll run through mine really quickly because I don't want you guys to hear them tons of times. But starting off, though, is Leicester versus Huddersfield. Now, Leicester, quite a low favourite there on their turf. Martin, you're on this one.
I am indeed. Leicester really need a win to kickstart and reignite their season. They started off in blistering form. They were right at the top of the table, but 2 straight defeats has seen them slip down to 11th. But they should have a good chance of beating this Huddersfield side, I think. Huddersfield look like they're in real danger of relegation this year. Leicester beat them 3-0 at home last season, and you would expect a similar result given the golfing quality between the 2 sides. But I'm just going Leicester minus 0.75 Asian handicap at 1.82.
Fabulous stuff. Big shout out as well to everybody joining us on the chat right now. Prognosticus, Deportivo, Boss Man, Jimmy the Bag. Give me the bag.
Sorry,
It's on.
Natalie.
Cheers, Jimmy the
Jimmy,
bag.
the bag is on
Yeah,
because
so
he wants to see how you're reacting from that tea.
yeah,
How you want your reactions, you know?
yeah, yeah. It's a bit fruity, but it's nice. I'm enjoying it.
It's a tea of brewed shrooms.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's more peachy.
I expect nothing less from Jimmy the Bag.
All right, Liverpool versus Southampton, another interesting game. I did have a play on the Premier League Punters show. Big question, though, was will Liverpool concede in this one, obviously from their Champions League hangover, winning against PSG. What do you like in this one, Martin?
I think Liverpool should be able to pick up a pretty strong victory here. I know they're a bit more tired after beating PSG in the week, but there's quite a lot of history between these two teams. Liverpool have bought about 8 players from Southampton in recent years. They're a bit of a feeder club for the Reds. I think at home in front of their own fans, they should do a pretty good job on them. So I'm going Liverpool minus 1.75 Asian handicap at 1.8.
All right, comfortable win there. All right. 4 plays, well, 2 plays. First of all, Manchester United, Wolves. Like I said, I'll go through these quickly. Both teams to score. It's a bet that won me money last week. Both teams to score. Manchester United versus Wolves. I also quite like Wolves. Wolves plus 1.5. So yeah, both teams to score is my play. Brighton versus Tottenham. Going to take that Tottenham win, I have to say. Probably ask Stuart about that one. They need a win here. Obviously suffered a blow against Inter Milan, their Champions League fixture. Lost the match before that. So Tottenham for me, back-to-back losses there. So Tottenham for me, 1.8. Stuart, can you boys get it done at Brighton?
I think at the moment you watch the team, and it seems very, very much like it was at the end of season in Pochettino's first season with us. The players look absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's going to be going on long term, whether they're going to be able to try and get things a little bit better. You know, first season, really, really knackered. Second season, not so bad. Third season, we started to look like we were strong at the end of the season, but now we're just completely shattered at the start of games. So something's got to change. It can't carry on like this, but it's not going to be the manager. He's not going anywhere. So I think we're just going to see a few little tweaks, some tactical stuff, and we'll be fine. But this one, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Not filling me with confidence with my play, but I do like it. I think they're going to bounce back. I think they look strong in the second half, to be honest, against Inter. So Tottenham for me to win. West Ham versus Chelsea. All Alex, Martin, and myself are on this one. Start us off, Alex.
Chelsea and over 1.5 goals in the match at 1.8. I love this Chelsea side. They rested some of their key players against PAOK today, winning 1-0 on the road in their first Europa League match. The match just finished because as in Champions League, we have 2 hours of play. Half of the matches are played earlier and half are played right now. So Chelsea is top of the table there in the Premier League. They are doing an amazing job right now, and I think that they will extend their 5-match winning streak with a convincing win against West Ham. West Ham, who after 4 defeats in a row, bounced back with a win against Everton. But still, I think that Chelsea are too strong for this West Ham side. So I'm going Chelsea and over 1.5 goals at 1.8.
Yeah, that West Ham win. Our lovely viewer, Pronosticos Deportivo, keeps reminding me that West Ham beat Everton. I'm looking forward to next week where we can move on from that one. Martin, what do you like here?
Both myself and Alex could end up winning because I'm going for Chelsea and under 4.5 goals at odds of 2.05, which I think is an attractive price, really. Mm-hmm. West Ham are pretty leaky at the back, so you would expect Chelsea to score at least twice against them. But yeah, I think West Ham can get on the score sheet here as well. Chelsea have been conceding lately. So I might also have a little stake on Chelsea to win and both teams to score at 3.0. But the main bet I like is Chelsea in the under 4.5 goals at 2.05.
Yeah, that's exactly the bet I've got, Martin, as well. 2.05 Chelsea in the under 4.5 goals. I'm not convinced whether West Ham can score. I'm sure Prognosticos Deportivo may say something like that. I think Chelsea have got a rock-solid defence, and I think they're going to keep things really tight hopefully, but let's hope we don't see any more than 4 goals and all our bets come in there. Chelsea in the end of 4.5 goals for me. And then finally, Arsenal versus Everton. Martin and myself are on this one. I have to say, I really love both teams to score 1.7. It's Arsenal do not have a solid defence. They concede, and I'm expecting Everton to score in that one. Both teams to score. What are you going to go for, Martin?
Yeah, there's only one team in North London at the moment, isn't there? 3 wins on the bounce for Arsenal, 3 straight defeats for Tottenham. It's a great time to be alive. I think. I think Arsenal should be able to extend their winning streak here. Everton looked very, very poor last time out against West Ham. And last season, Everton came to the Emirates and Arsenal beat them 6-1. It was an absolute mauling. So if they can play half as well as that, I think they should win. The odds aren't great, so I'm going to go Arsenal and over 2.5 goals at 1.95. But I think you could also go Arsenal both teams to score, or both teams to score and over 2.5 goals, something like that. We really should be seeing goals in this game.
Yeah,
Be
I agree
careful,
as well there.
Martin. I'm coming next weekend. I'm coming with luck to beat Watford at home. Arsenal versus Watford next weekend on Saturday.
Are you guys going to post some videos of you guys at the match?
Absolutely, yeah.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm trying to get tickets.
All right.
I've got,
Moving.
yeah, anyway.
Pardon?
I'm trying to get tickets. The game's sold out, so I'm sort of trying to get in touch with various different like ticket touts and stuff that I know, so that we can get in. And I don't know, we might end up having to go to the stadium and try and find like a tout or something to sell us tickets, because yeah, it's looking a bit hairy. But yeah, if anyone wants to send us tickets to Arsenal, please. Please get in touch.
I'll have an ask around as well. You never know. All right. Yeah. Anybody got some Arsenal tickets for next weekend's game? Let us know. All right. Moving on to Ligue 1 now, where our French correspondent takes over. Man on the ground.
Okay. All right. So I'm fairly heavy on these ones as always, but we've got 5-6 bets here, so we should be quite an interesting week. We're going to start with Angers against Toulouse. And I'm up first, as you know, as is often the way with these French bets. And I'm on Toulouse, which is the long odds bet, 3.6 with Bet Victor. That says you're going to form part of my double this week, because I really think that one's got a good chance. We'll see how it goes. Stade Reims against Dijon is another one that's featured in the Crazies article this week. 3.7 again with Bet Victor. So yes, we're going that far on this one. Oh, over we moving now to Martin. Stade Rennais against Paris Saint-Germain. What have you got?
I think that Paris Saint-Germain will be a bit of a wounded animal after that defeat at the hands of Liverpool. They were quite unlucky to lose the game, I felt. But yeah, I think Stade Rennais could bear the brunt of their wrath in this game. Actually, Rennes beat PSG 2-0 towards the end of last season when PSG had already wrapped up the title. So they fielded a bit of a weakened team. But I still think they'll have a bit of a grudge against them, which is a bit worrying for Stade Rennais, I feel. So I'm going PSG minus 1.25 Asian handicap at 1.87.
Okay, well, I kind of hope Stade Rennais used to be my local side, and a friend of mine is actually the official illustrator. Stade Rennais. Hey Miko, if you're watching.
Oh.
But you know, hopefully they'll do better than expected. But I think you're probably right. Moving on now, we're going to go against the right down to the bottom of the league. Guingamp against Girondin Bordeaux, and I'm on Girondin Bordeaux on this. Girondin Bordeaux. Yes, that's right. This one just creeped into the Crazies. It's odds of 3, so it's just in there. See how that goes. Last one in Liga is Lyon against Olympique Marseille. And Alex, you've got this one.
Alex has an Alex Classic to start the league, and how to say, I think that is the most anticipated match in France. Both teams, Lyon are coming after an incredible win against Manchester City. Who thought that this is possible? Who thought that I would say this on a Thursday after a Champions League? I think that they were priced at around 17, 21. I don't remember exactly the price. Marseille, shocking defeat against Eintracht Frankfurt. They played more than half of the second half in 10 Eintracht Frankfurt, and Marseille couldn't win against them. But I think that this match, Lyon versus Marseille, will be a high-scoring affair between two sides with huge attacking firepower. I think that we will see plenty of goals, both teams to score in the over 2.5 goals at 1.83.
All right, first Alex
that
classic.
That Lyon one was a bit of a surprise. I was checking the odds today on it, actually. The highest odds you could get a kickoff was 21.2 for a Lyon win.
Wow.
So, yeah, and they did it. Very crazy. Even I didn't go that far.
I was going to say, that didn't come up in your system, Stu.
No, absolutely not.
All right, moving on now, Bundesliga. And yeah, Martin is staying away from the Bundesliga there, I see. I've got one bet, which has not let me down in the Bundesliga yet. But we're going to start with Augsburg versus Werder Bremen. Stuart, you've got one for us today.
Yeah, this one is just outside the crazy. Some bookies, they've got it at odds of 3 or above, so you can kind of slip in there. But I'm going for Werder Bremen at 2.99.
Yeah, liking those road wins there. Hertha Berlin versus Mönchengladbach. Alex.
Last week in Bundesliga, all teams scored. So in all 9 matches, or how many? Yeah, 9 matches, all teams scored. When we are talking Bundesliga, we are talking goals. I love this about Bundesliga. And I think that Hertha versus Gladbach, despite both teams having huge injury problems, I think that it will be a thrilling match. Both teams to score for me at 1.73. You can always push it to an Alex Classic also here, but as an official tip, I will remain with the both teams to score.
Yeah, great bet. Both teams to score there. Stuart, what are you on?
Well, if Alex is going for that, then you probably could push it to both teams to score and over 2.5, because I'm actually on a Mönchengladbach win. 2.9 with Pinnacle on that one. That is my Bankroll of the week.
Okay. Hoffenheim versus Borussia Dortmund now. Hoffenheim obviously drew to Shakhtar in their Champions League fixture. What are you going for, Stuart?
I think everybody who watches these videos knows that I don't always agree with the selections that come out, but I kind of have to go with it. This one is one I absolutely do not agree with, because it's going for a Hoffenheim win. Dortmund's such a strong side at the moment. They're looking really good. They could actually push Bayern Munich, make it a bit of a competition this year. But 2.75 I got for a Hoffenheim win with Pinnacle.
Interesting. Yeah, all right. Alex, what do you go for?
Yeah, the second Alex Classic of the week. Ergo said the same thing on chat. Both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals. Dortmund, huge side this season. Hoffe are scoring goals for fun right now. So I should go with the goals here at 1.73. Both teams to score and the over 2.5.
All right, wonder how many Alex Classics we're going to see this week. Nice. Yeah, I like that one a lot, actually. Wolfsburg versus Freiburg. Stuart, looks like you and Alex are on a lot of the same ones this week. What are you on, Stuart?
Yeah, we seem to be lining up quite nicely, don't we? For this one, I'm going from the aways and the crazies down to the very secure and the home. I'm on Wolfsburg on this one. They've actually shown up in my betting quite a few times and done this very, very nicely. 1.77, the odds are really low for me.
Yeah, nice though for that home win, for the Wolfsburg win. Okay, Alex, what are you on?
I'm on the same thing, 1.73. I really don't understand the odds for this match. Freiburg are dreadful right now. Wolfsburg are a team to watch this season, and I really like them. I remember Wolfsburg beating Leverkusen. It was Stewart's banker 2 weeks ago at 5.5, something like that. I don't remember correctly the odds, and he won. So let's continue to be on this Wolfsburg train. I think that they are a profitable team.
Yeah, Yeah. Next match we have got Schalke versus Bayern Munich, and it's the train that I've been on when playing Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Let me down though for their Champions League fixture against Benfica, but I'm going to play it again. Bayern Munich and the over 2.5 goals, and you can get that for 2. But interesting, you can get Bayern Munich and the over 1.5 goals at around 1.6. Which I think could be pretty good for an ACCA bet there, because Bayern Munich can score those by themselves. So Bayern Munich and the over 1.5 goals for an ACCA. Bayern Munich and the over 2.5 goals as my official play. All right, next we have got Bayer Leverkusen. No, we don't. Yes, we do. We've got Bayer Leverkusen versus Mainz. And that be Alex.
I really like the away side, but I'm not so crazy like Stuart to play a straight win, which is at 6.1. You can. I think that I will have a small play on Mainz, but I'm going Mainz +1 on the Asian handicap at 1.91. Leverkusen 3 defeats in a row, only 2 goals scored and at least 2 goals conceded in each match. Mainz, I think that they should return home with at least 1 point from this trip at Leverkusen. This is why I will cover myself with a +1 on the Asian handicap at 1.91.
Yes, Stu, you like those away wins at great odds. Your system didn't pick that one up.
I like the away wins at great odds when there's some value, and that one doesn't have any value.
There's not any value. Okay. Sampdoria versus Inter Milan, now moving over to Serie A. And who is on this one? Alex, you were on this one, and myself. What are you going for?
Yeah, both teams to score at 1.73. Sampdoria are very good. Inter are coming after a good match in Champions League, beating Tottenham in the last minute of the game. And I think that they enter this match full of confidence. Sampdoria versus Inter, both teams to score at 1.73.
Yeah, I'm the same as well there, especially that cracking win at the last minute for Inter Milan, beating Tottenham, 1.7. Both teams scored 1.743. Sorry, Stu.
Beating whom?
We're just waiting. Tottenham, Spurs.
Oh, okay.
Stuart's team.
Who's that?
We have a group chat on Skype, and both me and Alex were on both teams to score, so we were so happy about that one. But then the first both teams to score it, and they drew, and Stuart was like, well, at least as long as they don't score one more, and then they did. So, but both teams to score 1.74. All right. Next we have got Torino versus Napoli, and this is Stuart.
Yeah, this is another one of those ones where I'm actually on the favourite. And Napoli are the selection on this one, which is quite surprising because they've not been particularly good this year.
No.
But to see them at these kind of odds and still have value kind of blows my mind a little bit, I have to say. Napoli 1.83 with Pinnacle.
Yeah, sometimes those bookmakers as well, don't they just go by current form, so allows you to get some good value there. Next, I just lost where I am now. Serie A.
Bologna, AC.
Here I found myself. Okay, next we've got Martin. He's been a little bit quiet over in the corner there. Martin, Bologna versus Roma.
I could have gone and had a little nap or something.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't I? That was...
Gone for a toilet break.
I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm still going strong. I think Bologna are not a very good side. They've lost 3 out of 4 games so far this season. They're in relegation trouble. Whereas Roma, not in great form, but they're a far better team than Bologna. They haven't lost to this opposition since 2012. Very good recent record against Bologna. And I think the odds just on a straight Roma win here, 1.71, look very good.
Yeah, they've been a bit hit or miss, haven't they? But I suppose it's the first couple of weeks. Let's see if we see that away win from Roma. Next, we have got AC Milan versus Atalanta. And Alex, you're on this one.
Yeah, Milan are priced at 2.05 at home against the... I know Milan are not the best team right now in Serie A, but Right now, I think that they are far better than Atalanta, who, despite a good start of the season with some interesting results, 4-0 against Frosinone. Okay, that is everyone will beat Frosinone this season, but 3-3 away at Rome. After that, 2 defeats in a row, which I predicted Spal to win against them on Monday. But it was shocking for them to lose at home against Cagliari. I think that they are likely to have the same fate against AC Milan when traveling at the weekend. So AC Milan I have at 2.05. AC Milan who are resting some of their key players as we are talking in Europa League against the Luxembourg team from Dudelange.
Yeah, all right. AC Milan at home. Nice odds for that one there. Next, we've got the ferocious Frosinone versus Juventus. I'm coining that one. Martin, you're on this one. You always like a David and Goliath match.
Yeah, they should put that on like a crest on the side of the stadium. The ferocious Frosinone. Caution, beware. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be particularly ferocious against Juventus. I have to say, should be a real mismatch here. Juventus looking very strong, great at the back, very dynamic going forward, and I expect them to dominate the midfield. So going for the classic bet, Juventus to win to 0, 1.91.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one as well, even though Frosinone are at home. They've got the attack. It's not as strong as their defense in sort of last season, but it should keep the ferocious Frosinone out from scoring. All right, moving on now. We're in La Liga, and there's 5 matches we're covering. Don't forget, this is our best bets. If at the end of the show or even during the show, if there's a match that you want to ask us on, please do in the comment section. Celta Vigo versus Real Valladolid. Alex.
Home win, 1.73. Celta Vigo at home against the newly promoted side. Always match to bet. 1.73 amazing odds for Celta Vigo. Yeah, I think that this is one of my good matches for this weekend.
Yeah. Okay, home win there. All right, next, 3 of us are on this one. Getafe versus Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid have been letting me down a little bit. Martin, what do you like?
Yeah, they have made a bit of a shaky start to the season, but I think weeks of the campaign are always difficult. Now they really should be fully up and running, and they are a vastly better side than Getafe. I would expect them to go there and win that. They're not as good on the road as they are at home, but still, they're defensively resolute enough, and they've got enough attacking quality to overwhelm the opposition here. And I think 1.91 on an Atletico win looks very good.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know that it's a shaky start to their season, haven't it? So it's probably let a few people down with their bets, not quite living up to their standard. Alex, what do you like in this match?
I'm all the way on the same page, Atletico Madrid at 1.91. I've been accused that I most of all play the favorites every day. And okay, I think that I do play favorites, but that is my way of seeing stuff. Stewart with his crazy, other people have their own systems and stuff. But for me, it works good playing the favorites, and I will continue to play the favorites. Who doesn't like it can move on with their life.
I like the way that Stuart just keeps getting called crazy the whole time. It's sort of like this. It's like the hour of crazy Stuart. Yes, I have to say, but if they chuck me on this time, it's a little bit like Valencia and other teams that I've been playing that let me down. Atletico Madrid obviously coming from a comfortable 2-1 Monaco win away, and I think it's got to be taken. Obviously, they lost to Celta Vigo, their last road match, which I know let people down, but I'm taking them this time, and if they chuck me off the train, then they're on the naughty step, but you can't ignore those odds, so I'm taking them. Let's go Madrid to win. All right, with next one, we've got Levante versus Sevilla, and I believe Sevilla recently lost to Getafe. Stuart, what are you going for?
Earlier on, you were talking about sides that continually let you down. You can also go the other way. You've got sides that continually mess up your bets, and frankly, that's Levante for me. Every time I back them, they lose. Every time I back against them, they win. So they're probably going to win this weekend because I'm on a Sevilla win, 2.15 with Pinnacle.
All right. That's what was Manchester United for me, so I just stayed well away now. I've been burnt so many times. Real Betis versus Athletic Bilbao. Stuart, your last bet of the week here.
Yeah, my last bet and my last crazy. Alex was right. We've all got different ways of betting. I'm continually surprised by the fact that Alex makes some good money out of betting favourites. I've always found it really hard to do that. So, I've got to tip my hat to him when he does it, and he does it pretty much every season. But I like to go for the long odd shots, and this is another one. Athletic Bilbao, 3.32 with Pinnacle.
Nice. All right. And I'm just actually, do we have the record? Actually, I was going to type it. Do we have the record? Yes, we do. All right. I'm going to pull up our record after we finished. Great. Barcelona versus Girona. Martin and myself are on this one. It's the last match that we are covering today. Martin, take it away.
Catalan derby, big game, exciting times for Barcelona. I think they'll want to put in a really good performance, but I think they'll dominate possession, have a lot of chances. So I'm going for Barcelona, win to nil, 1.83.
Yeah. And we're on the same page here as well, win to nil, I think as well. I think it'll be hard for Girona to get the ball off Barcelona's attacking power, win to nil for me as well. All right, so those are all our bets. What I'm going to do is just ask each of us to run down, so if anybody wants a pen and paper, to write the bets down, and also giving a nap and a two-team parlay if you have it. Start us off, Martin. What have you got?
Frosinone, the ferocious Frosinone, have not scored a single goal yet this season. They're in the top flight of Italy and they just cannot score. It's miserable for their fans. They've conceded 10 goals. They're playing against the best team in the league with a very tight defence and a very good attack. So it has to be Juventus to win to nil for me as my banker. I don't know about double. I'll just put Juventus and Barcelona in. I'm not too into double.
All right. Do you want to run through all the bets that you did like super quickly?
Sure, why not? Leicester minus 0.75 against Huddersfield, 1.82. Liverpool v Southampton, Liverpool minus 1.75 at 1.8. Chelsea in the under 4.5 goals at 2.05 against West Ham. Arsenal to beat Everton and over 2.5 goals at 1.95. PSG minus 1.25 Asian handicap against Stade Rennais, 1.87. Roma to go away to the mighty Bologna and pick up victory, 1.71. Juventus to win to nil against Frosinone. Atletico Madrid, 1.91 against Getafe away. And Barcelona to win to nil, 1.83 versus Girona.
Fantastic stuff. People have requested so they can write them down and stuff. Alex, what have you got?
Chelsea and over 1.5 at 1.8. Lyon, Marseille, both team to score in the over 2.5. Alex Classic at 1.83. Hertha, Gladbach, both team to score at 1.73. Hoffenheim, Dortmund, Alex Classic at 1.73. Wolfsburg to win against Freiburg at 1.73. Mainz +1 on the Asian handicap against Leverkusen 1.91. Sampdoria, Inter, both team to score at 1.73. Milan to beat Atalanta at 2.05. Vigo to beat Valladolid at 1.73. Atletico Madrid, banker at 1.91. To beat Getafe, double. Celta Vigo and Wolfsburg, both sides to win.
All right, thank you very much. And if we can pull up the graphic here whilst Stuart, the leader of the board, gives his picks. What have you got, Stu?
Okay, hang on. Let's get going. We've got Toulouse to win in Angers versus Toulouse, odds of 3.6. Dijon to beat Stade Reims, 1 away, 3.7. Bordeaux, wow, that's really distracting. Bordeaux to win in their game against Guingamp, odds of 3 with Bet Victor. Werder Bremen to win against Augsburg, 2.99 with Pinnacle. Mönchengladbach to beat Hertha BSC, win away from home, 2.9 with Pinnacle. Hoffenheim to win at home against Borussia Dortmund, 2.75. Wolfsburg to win at home against Freiburg, 1.77. Napoli to win away against Torino, 1.83. Sevilla to win away against Levante, 2.15. Bilbao to win away at Real Betis, 3.32. My banker is Mönchengladbach to win. And my banker is a Toulouse and Bilbao double.
Cool. Thank you very much. And let's hope I get some, as you saw from the thing, I'm not doing very well, but we're like -2 units of profit. I'm bringing it way down. So sorry, team. Let's hope these bets win. I've got Manchester United versus Wolves, both teams to score 1.91. Tottenham to win at Brighton, 1.8. And then I am going for, well, it's on this side. I'm going for West Ham versus Chelsea. Chelsea and the under 4.5 goals at 2.05. Arsenal versus Everton, both teams to score at 1.7. Schalke versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich and the over 2.5 goals at 2. Sampdoria versus Inter Milan, both teams to score at 1.74. Barcelona versus Girona. Barcelona win to 0, 1.85, and Juventus to win to 0 at 1.91. My banker being Sampdoria versus Inter Milan, 1.74, and my ACCA being Bayern Munich and the over 1.5 goals at 1.56, and both teams to score 1.91. Manchester United versus Wolves. All right, there we go, guys. Best of luck with your bets. Like I said, every week we tally up our results so you know who to follow, who to fade, and just see how we're doing generally as a whole. Last season, we were up 204 units of profit. So it just goes to show it's a marathon, not a sprint. And tomorrow as well, new guest to the team, The Mill, will be on for a video exclusive to Twitter. And right now, literally in 20 minutes, Alex is going to come along with his ACCA bet for the weekend, a 3 and a 5 team parlay. So please join us for that. And we read the comments and things, so join in. Big thank you to Alex, Martin and Stuart. I'll see you boys next week.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks for watching.